Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another celebrity reading. This time it's on Justin Bieber. So the rumors are swirling that Justin Bieber is headed for a conservatorship. And people are also wondering, did he get in contact with Britney Spears? Because a lot of reports are saying that Britney Spears is trying to help him. Let's take a look on this. If you haven't seen my last Justin Bieber reading and all the other ones I've done on him and Haley and Selena, I'll put a link to the playlist up here. There's a ton and it's time for you to catch up. But yes, let's take a look at this. Remember, these readings all are different tapers only, and let's get started. If you guys enjoy these, please hit the join button down below and join the YouTube members. There's a bunch of additional content. You can win a reading from me. There's pick a card, story times, additional celebrity readings, so much stuff. You're missing out on exclusive content. The Discord. Hit the join button down below. All right. So let's look at Justin Bieber. Is he getting into a conservatorship? Who's doing it? And has he messaged Britney or vice versa? Okay, I can tell you, okay. So the death card is reversed, which is wanting to prevent death. So I know that's a little morbid and a little deep, but I do think that they are worried about him. They're worried about the spiral that he's in. They're worried about his mental health. They're worried about what he's doing, where he is. I don't know if I necessarily feel like they want to do a conservatorship. I think they realize, like, after the whole Britney situation, like, the public was not really going to be receptive towards that, but they do want to do some sort of intervention or something. The death card reverses a prevention of loss of life. So there is an immense concern for him right now. Let me change the lighting. It's a little too bright. But yeah, there's an immense concern for his life right now. At least that's how they're feeling. I think it's mostly like his pattern of behavior. They feel like it's self-destructive. Now, the Six of Cups is reversed, which is the people that are involved. That's a few things. So the Six of Cups could be children. When it's reversed, it's obviously, you know, a concern here. So I wouldn't be surprised if his family and you know, wife, Haley, and stuff like that are concerned. But when the Six of Cups is reversed, it's also like your past trauma. They're worried about that. In terms of direct, you know, correlation to who's doing it, the Six of Cups says that it's the people that he's removed from his life. So it's interesting. There's a mix here with the Six of Cups reversed. There's a mix of people that are mad that they're no longer in his life, with people who are in his life who are concerned. Some people have good intentions, some people don't. I think that's why this is a little bit messy. And this is going to continue to be a little bit messy because some of the people are doing it out of the kindness of their heart and some of the people are not. And it's going to be hard to discern between the two. I think that's also what he's struggling with, is that he's like, no, these people are bad people, but other people like, but they're saying the right thing. But he's like, no, but they're bad people. I don't think he's wrong in that assumption. It's messy. You know, it's hard when someone who's a bad person is strategically saying something to get someone on their side, even though they're right. There is an ulterior motive. And I think that's really what he's been struggling with, is that, like, yeah, people may say or do the right thing, quote unquote, or something that other people agree with, but they have their own agenda. And I think that's what he's really been battling with internally. Obviously his past trauma as well from, you know, being younger and stuff like that with Six Cups first. Now the Six of Wands is interesting. So the Six of Wands is like an ego and pride. And so the problem here is that so this is twofold. One, they're afraid of the image that he's projecting. You know, they're afraid of him tarnishing his name and everyone's stuff. But two, they're also afraid of what he's going to say. When the Six of Wands is up, right, like, you got to look at that as like, I don't know if he's going to spill all the beans or not. And he likes that part of him. He likes the fact that he keeps them on their toes. Like, they don't know what I'm going to say. He's unpredictable and he likes that. But obviously, no one is really going to enjoy that. It does parallel Britney Spears a little bit there. With, like, we're afraid of what she will say. That's the same thing with him. We're afraid of what he's going to say. Because here's the thing. They don't know what Justin knows. And they don't know what Justin remembers. And they don't know what Justin is, like, conscious of. He's much smarter than they think. Granted, he's in a little bit of a downward spiral right now. But it doesn't mean he's not intelligent. He's definitely picked up on a lot of what's going on and what has happened. But he hasn't let people on to know that. So yeah, I will say that he's a bit of a threat to a lot of people because they don't know what he's going to say or do. And there's this need to control him, very similar to Britney. Now, when I look at the Three of Wands, which would be representing what was going on with Britney, or her involvement in this, I do think someone in between the two of them has either tried to connect them or will try to connect them. There's a man in the middle with Three of Wands. So somebody here inadvertently connected or is trying to. The parallels are there. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot more parallel here than I would have expected. So I don't think there's a need to control him from a financial standpoint. I think that that's already happened. I think that they've already tried to damage him financially, and I think they realize he doesn't care. Again, similar to Britney, she didn't care about the money. But the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, that's what that means. But that also means that, like, I'm afraid of what you'll say because you could destroy my empire. I really think a lot of the press that we're seeing, first of all, he's not in a great place. That we already know. And we don't know there's something going on and he needs some sort of guidance or restructuring or help in his life. I get that, right? I'm not trying to deny that. But I will tell you this, and I saw something similar in my last reading, I believe. The press that we're getting about him is being put in a specific light on purpose, in my opinion, allegedly for chambers only, because they want him to be seen as somebody that is not a reliable source. So rather than coming from his struggles with an empathetic perspective, they're making him look erratic. I mean, so how do I explain this? He is erratic, but they know that if they highlight the erratic behavior and don't give context, then people will just think that he's crazy for no reason. And if they amp that up, the likelihood of you taking what he says serious, if he does end up spilling the beans or he does say something they didn't know he knew, the likelihood of you believing him, slim to none. So it's more about discrediting his validity. Again, very similar to Britney Spears here. I don't know how much contact they've had, but I do know someone was trying to get them in contact. Two of Cups is reversed. Five of... Wait, the Three of Wands has a different meaning as well. Who's the person that they both share? There's someone between Britney and Justin that they both have dealt with that is not a good person. Eight of Pentacles, lots of money and time and effort. Two of Cups, a separation. Five of Cups, predicting disappointments before it began. But it's connected to the Three of Wands, which is the man in the middle. So there's a double meaning of that, which means that they're, yeah, look at that. Queen of Cups reversed. Someone who's very cold and calculated. Feminine energy. Very much Five of Swords, looking for a thread to pull to unravel everything. Petty. Knight of Pentacles, inconsistent, says they're going to do one thing and does another. Horrible person, by the way. Knight of Swords reversed. This is someone with nefarious intentions, impure intentions, feigns like they want to help but doesn't. Stars reversed, negative attention, utilizing celebrity against people or their connections with celebrity. High Priestess, bad. High Priestess is like, don't trust me. Or like, sometimes High Priestess is like someone who, oh, isn't he super religious? This is someone who could potentially use religion as a way to get in to him or get, like, you know, persuade him or persuade people around them, utilize religion in a negative way. The Six of Swords says a leopard never changes its spots when it's reversed. Knight of Cups is upright and Strength card. Interesting. Strength card is vulnerability. Six of Swords, is that the internet? They're worried about what the internet will say. Or maybe the internet has something on them. Hangman, sacrifice, Ten of Swords, backstabbing, betrayal, Page of Cups. Oh, they're worried about the internet for some reason. I wonder if it has to do with the Free Britney movement and how the Free Britney movement maybe uncovered something about them. Maybe that's what this is. Look at that Queen of Wands. Yeah, that's Britney. So it has to do with what happened with Britney. This person has a target on their back. They were able to shift the blame to someone else. They were able to shift blame, King of Wands and Knight of Swords. They were able to shift blame to someone else. Oh, they're under investigation maybe? Or perhaps maybe under investigation is a strong term, but people are trying to connect the dots. The Nine of Swords is like stress and anxiety, right? So you think of the Nine of Swords as like, I'm worried about something. And the King of Wands, someone's after them, but the Queen of Wands versus person is avoiding things or hiding things. So whoever this person is with bad intentions that's trying to get to Justin, who has been around Brittany before, whoever this person is, it genuinely feels to me like it's a matter of time until people connect the dots, and they're being very strategic and careful with what they say, because if they slip up, they'll not only be connected to what they slip up on in terms of current, but in the past as well with what they've done or have done allegedly with Brittany. So it's interesting. I didn't expect this. Yeah, Eight of Swords is reverse, King of Wands, King of Pentacles is reverse, and Two of Wands. What's interesting is their interest is not, wow. So the reason why I feel like they have an interest in Justin has more to do with Brittany than it does Justin. So perhaps it was the fall of the Free Britney movement. They don't have a stated interest in him directly. There's some sort of like covering of my ass or covering my tracks that makes them feel like they have an interest in the Justin case. Interesting. That's weird. I don't really know how that correlates, but Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, reverse, and Devil. Money is not this person's goal anymore. It feels like that was maybe part of their initial with the Ten of Pentacles, but you look at the Seven of Wands versus the Devil card here, which is about being able to control narratives, is very important to them. They've lost their influence somehow. Yeah. You know what's interesting? Ace of Swords reverse, Seven of Swords reverse, and Three of Cups. So Haley has sniffed out this person. I think Haley is very cautious. I think Haley has realized what's going on, but is a little bit desperate. And I think working with this situation and this person, stuff like that, this would be like her last resort. Trying to avoid it. But what's really interesting to me is that there's someone that is close to Haley. I don't know if it's a friend or a business or whatever, but there's someone that's close to her that is persuading her or trying to persuade her to basically give up Justin, the protection of Justin, to someone else. Basically, there's someone here that's trying to persuade her to do something different. And I see her starting to crack. But there's someone here with, I don't know if I would necessarily say malicious, but strategically trying to get her to like basically hand off. I see like a handing off. So that's like, get off, stop being his handler and give him to someone else. I don't know if I necessarily feel like they're wrong in terms of them wanting to guide her to do something like this, but I think that they're just as blind to this person's nefarious intentions as most others. It's like a web of manipulation. I also feel like, I know everyone wants Haley to be a villain, but I still just feel like she's lost and doesn't know where to turn. And when everyone around you is a vulture, it's hard to discern who's, it's hard to discern who's real and who's not, right? If everyone is evil, it's really difficult. So it's the internal battle she's having, which is like, everyone's a fucking vulture. What do I do? But it's like even the ones you trust end up turning into vultures. It's difficult. She feels like she's on an island by herself. This is sad. I hope Justin can kind of figure it out. I hope the two of them can work it out and figure it out. I mean, I know there's a lot of rumors about divorce. I've gone over so many readings on that. I could do another reading on their relationship if you want, but I can tell you right now, she feels like she's alone. So translate that to what you will, but she feels like there's a feeling of like responsibility to keep him afloat. And it's not that she's like unhappy that she has to do that. It's that they're losing time. she's buying them time, but they're losing time. I see like an hourglass. So that means like the sands of time running out. So it's like he's gotta get on those straight and narrow now or never. So these next couple of months are going to be really integral. Is that the word? Integral? Whatever the word is. Really important for the future of their relationship, Justin and Haley. Like these next few months are like make it or break it between the two of them, to be honest. Success rate of their relationship right now, 30% maybe. 30%, not impossible, but he's really need to he's got to figure his shit out and he's got to do it quickly. I'll leave it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Join the YouTube members if you really want additional content. You join the content, you want to support me. Until next time, bye guys. Y'all, who do you think this person is? Because I need to rewatch the reading because I didn't expect it coming. So I got to rewatch it and see if I can put the pieces together.